Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be showing you the tutorial for the super simple, sustainable super smelter system that I showed you in the last episode. Now here it is. There will both be a Word download and a schematica or a Lightmatica file in the description down below. So go check those out if you don't want to watch the whole tutorial. But before you go, can I just say, if you are going off and using this furnace system, can you please like, comment, and subscribe saying it works, Zeeda. Really good job. You're the best. You are the best. Just kidding, you don't have to do any of that. Well, let's get into the tutorial. Oh, I forgot about that. Let's get into the tutorial. Now, because I am using Lightmatica, it may be a little bit weird to actually build in-game. If you don't know what Lightmatica is, Google it. It's so helpful for redstone designs and stuff. But let's get into it. So, first things first, we want to just place down these 2 blocks, and then place redstone on top of those, and 2 blocks to the side of that. Then we also want to run a piston off of that, and an observer running facing downwards, or facing upwards, sorry. Now over here, we want to place 2 blocks like this, and this will be the start of our etho hopper clock. So we can actually build this now. Grab your comparators and run 2 blocks facing those. Then 2 hoppers facing into each other, and fill those with half a stack of blocks. Place 2 blocks on top of these, sorry, my mistake. Place redstone on top of these, then place a redstone block there, sticky pistons facing into both of them, and that is your first etho hopper clock. Back over to here, we want to place 2 redstone dusts above here, and a decent amount of blocks like so in a 2x3 area, and 1, 2, 3 blocks across. Now we want to go 1, 2, 3, 4, comparator, comparator, and then 1, 2. Now place another observer, this time facing downwards like so. Place blocks off in this formation and follow it that way with redstone torches on these blocks. Also do this, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks, and 1, 2, 3 blocks across, as well as smooth stone or any building block, it doesn't really matter. Running along 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 1 coming out here with redstone torches on both ends. Next, we're going to build the floor of this. So you don't overly have to build the floor, but it is quite helpful. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Now fill in all of this area except for this blocks, because you will have your minecart rails on that. I apologize, I actually made a mistake. You want to add 1 more block to the side here, taking it up to, I can't remember, but that is just to put some other stuff on. And then last thing for the floor, on the 3rd by 3rd area here, we want soul sand, and the 5th by 3rd area, we want a magma block for a water tower. Then we want to place powered rails along this entire bottom section here. A normal rail here, powered rail, normal block, and then across onto this one here, we want a normal block as well, and powered rails running on these 2, normal rails, detector rails, powered rails, And then now that we're here, we can place that block right there. Also, this needs to be a repeater facing that way, and this needs to be a comparator. That was my mistake. Now, to finish off this etho hopper clock here, we can place a note block running into that, an observer facing into the note block, a repeater coming out of the note block, running into a block, and that's about it. Now here we are going to build a simple dropper tower that basically we place one block, one dropper I should say, and then we run hoppers into it, 3 blocks, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blocks. Just to make sure that we have our hopper running from a chest. Then right here on the edge of this, we want to place one more block. And right now, we could actually place in some minecarts, but we are going to wait for that. Now we want a redstone torch on top of that block, a block right there, and a redstone torch right next to that. Then we want to run normal blocks like so. And then, once again, normal blocks like so. We will do that later as it's very quick to do. Next, we want to run hoppers into all of these rails. And I actually missed a powered rail here, so make sure you get that one, as I did not. Now we want to continue our hopper system, running into those and running into those, as well as placing these blocks like so. As well as the schematic being in the description below, so will the world download. So you can go and get that, but I will have explained that before. Now here we are going to build a minecart unloader. And actually, I forgot to mention previously, but this minecart right here needs to be facing upwards, like that. And you have to get rid of that and place a block there. Next, hopper running into it. Hopper running into it. Redstone torch on top of this block over here, near this hopper clock. A piston like that. And once again, just more blocks and rails taking us up. Now over here, we're going to ignore that for now, because that is another etho hopper clock that we can do in a bit. We go up again. Chests. This is going to be your output chest, and this is going to be your input chest. Place blocks surrounding this to form a wall. And then give some more room here for a minecart loader, including placing rails down. Run. Now here is where the actual furnaces come into place. I believe there are 15 of these. So place all of these down. Not there. And run hoppers into every one. Place a block at the end with a redstone torch on it, and then build up these walls over here. Next, we want to place a block behind this chest, and run 3 hoppers into it. Now we want to place 3 rails of varying sorts on there. Take a hopper, take a comparator and place it facing into this hopper, and a block on that comparator with a redstone torch on it. Now we also want to place 2 more blocks on the back of that for the cosmetics. Yes. Now we want a powered rail up here, a block running into that, a repeater on 1 tick, a block on that repeater, that is being powered by this redstone torch, which is powering that, and powering that. Now we want to build up all of this to cover up the redstone behind it. I am a god. Now, none of these walls are actually necessary. Neither of those blocks. I don't know where they came from. None of these walls are actually necessary. They just make this look a heck of a lot better. Now we want hoppers running into the top of these furnaces. And a block right next to them. Then we want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 powered rails, 2 regular rails, and that will link all of that up. Now, we can place 1 block here next to the last powered rail. We don't actually need this. I figured that out just before I recorded this. Then a comparator, 1 block, a repeater set to 4 ticks once you place the block underneath it. So a repeater set to 4 ticks. And now we can build our second etho hopper clock. So a block, 2 blocks out from there, a redstone dust, 1 sticky piston. Actually, no, we don't do the sticky pistons. That happens last. A block diagonal to that with a comparator on top. 2 hoppers running into each other like so. With once again, half a block in them. A redstone block on top. Now we can place the sticky pistons in. And you just do this for the other side as well by going 1, 2 on diagonals to each other. Run a comparator out of that. A redstone dust on top. And a sticky piston right there, activating the entire thing. Then we want a note block running from that and an observer detecting the note block. Now we want to come here and place 1 detector rail, a powered rail. Make sure to place a powered rail up here as well, and then block that off with a block. And then we want 1, 2, 3. That was wrong. 1, 2, 3. Then we want 1, 2, 3, and then cover up all of these plus the final block. And all of these should be powered? No, they should not. Now they should be powered once you place that block on top of the redstone torch. Also, talking about blocks and redstone torch, block, redstone torch. Over here, for cosmetics, we have 2 stairs, a sign with input and output using glow squid ink. Obviously, that needs to go on a block. 2 more stairs, and then 4 blocks to finish off this wall. Make sure to place back down this powered rail. Why do I keep saying powdered? Make sure to place back this powered rail, as it can completely break the system if you don't. Now we are going to finish this minecart loader. We're going to place a redstone torch on top of this block, a piston facing out from it, and a hopper running onto that block there. Now we want to build up every single wall by 1 block. Also running a line on this entire back wall, so that these rails get powered here. And I think that's for cosmetics. Now all of these powered rails need to run on that block and then across all of these hoppers. And then once you place this one, they should all be powered, unless you're an idiot like me and do it like that. All powered. Broken. Okay. Powered. Broken. Powered. Powered. Broken. What? give me a second here. So to get this to work, annoyingly, you have to place another rail out the back here and a block, and then place these two in and then that one. Otherwise, it just won't work. Make sure to replace those blocks, and I don't necessarily think you need that one there, but it is there in the schematic, so I'm going to use it. Now, we get to here. We need to place 4 glass panes up, another 4 glass panes up, another 4 glass panes up. That is not where it goes. That is also not how that goes. Hang on. I'm having issues. I hate glass panes. Another 4 glass panes up. And just do that another 3 times, I believe. And it can be quite a tedious job, as it's such a small hitbox. But I've found if you zoom using either Optifine or Tweakaroo or any of the other apps that allow you to zoom, it makes it a lot easier. Then we place glass in the middle here and get your water bucket and go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now for basically just the roof and a single hopper. This hopper is taking in the kelp block output. Also, something's happening here. Well, I am an idiot. That isn't a real minecart. I've just spent the last 5 minutes trying to figure out why that won't go. That is literally in the schematic. Okay, moving on. Next, you want to basically just fill in all of these walls up 1 more block and fill in all of the area between them. Making sure to leave 2 gaps for these. Also, you can fill this in, but it isn't necessary. You don't necessarily have to fill in these or these either. It just makes, it either saves blocks or it doesn't. Yes, so do make sure to break these 2 blocks here. And if you want, right now we can place water in them. Doesn't really change much, we'll have to do it later anyway, but we may as well. Also place lanterns in these positions here. So, in the first from the closest, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, place, and then first from the closest again, first from the closest again, in the middle again, and first from the closest. And that is your first super smelter setup complete. Now we can begin working on the next one. Place another hopper running into there. And if we want, we can begin to place this glass around like so. This all goes up 4 blocks in total. So you can do that. And build all of these up to here. There we go. I believe. No. And make sure to place water in all of them as well. Now we want to run a hopper line going into there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So 8 hoppers that way. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 hoppers this way. Then 2 blocks off of this hopper, we want to build a large L shape. And then 1 block there. That's another etho hopper clock, so we can leave that till later. Now we want to place 2 rails like so, with a block there, and a rail on top, just to make sure that you get the right formation. A redstone torch, 2 regular rails, a detector rail, another block here, 2 powered rails, making that one go upwards, and then you can build the hopper clock. Placing a block there, a repeater on 4 ticks, going 2 blocks across, placing a redstone dust, and then a block diagonal from that with a comparator on it, and 2 blocks across, another comparator sitting on that one, block diagonal, redstone dust on top, then 2 hoppers running into each other again, a sticky piston like so, and like so, and a redstone block on top, and then half a stack of blocks in that one as well. Now we want a note block running into here, and an observer detecting that. Then we want a hopper line running up 1, 2, 3 blocks. May say to do that one sideways, but it doesn't need to be. Now a block on top, an observer, that's hopper, that is not an observer. Another block, wait, no. A redstone torch on there with a piston running into it. Then we need another block on top of this, then 1, 2, 3 more, with another redstone torch there. A powered rail like so. We want another hopper running, another hopper line I should say, using 3 hoppers running from this hopper right there to load that minecart. A normal rail followed by 3 powered rails, then a block on top of that. And then we want to come 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 sideways, and start here. Now we want to go 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 in regular blocks. Place levers anywhere under here, approximately in the middle. Doesn't really matter where, as long as they are activated. And make sure to place them across all 3. Now we want to place lanterns in the corner of each bit, and then 1 just after this glass here and here, and then the corners again. Now over here we want 1 block like so. I managed to place it in every spot except for the one we wanted. And then glass coming around here as what I call the kelp intake. So I'm gonna place that like so. You don't need the sign, that's just to show people how it works. A sign there, because normally you would have water running in like so, but I don't have that. Now over here we want to place a block on top of these 4 hoppers. Now there are hoppers there, so it's the second hoppers in. Then place 4 redstone powered rails. Sorry, 6 powered rails. A detector rail. And then another rail like so, making sure that it is levitated. Elevated, I should say. This one actually is one of those ones that isn't running off a etho hopper clock. So it has to wait for 5 stacks to come before it can run. Then on here we want to place another redstone torch. Block on top of there. And a piston running into that. 4 blocks running on the wall here. And a block at the end of this redstone. Another few blocks like so. Blocks on top of these droppers, and a redstone dust on top of the kelp block. Then a hopper facing down, redstone dust on top of here, and a block running into that. A torch right here, block across, and a powered rail. Now another rail here, 2 regular rails actually, and then we want to come across until here, right next to this redstone block, which is going to power all of that. Now another redstone with 2 blocks next to it, and an observer facing upwards, which means you realistically have to go like that to place it in, and then the blocks back there. Now we want another few regular rails here, blocks on top like this, another block 2 blocks across, and then we want to run a hopper all the way over to here, coming right to this spot. Now once again, redstone and 1 block, another 2 hoppers here and here, a comparator on top of this block, a block being powered by that, a redstone torch with a block on top of that, a repeater, yep, like that, and then a powered rail on here, as well as a few regular rails to finish it off. Now we want to create an observer clock with 1 block in between them so they don't activate instantly. Block here, redstone, another one up there. And now we just want 1 sticky piston facing downwards, a redstone block, and a sticky piston running into that. And that is it, people. You have just built an entire redstone system to smelt up kelp, have it crafted, and then shipped off to a secondary super smelter below, where you can smelt what you want. So if you did enjoy this video, please make sure to subscribe, as it did take a while to make. I've been recording for the last hour doing this. So yeah, if you did enjoy, just make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye. Also remember to put the minecarts in, because I completely forgot to do that. See ya.